Welcome to Star Bios, where we delve into the fascinating lives of Hollywood's most iconic stars. Today we're shining the spotlight on the inimitable Jackie Gleason, a man whose irrepressible charm and unparalleled talent left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. From his early days as a struggling young comedian to his reign as the great one of television, Jackie Gleason's story is one of perseverance, creativity, and unwavering passion. Born on February 26, 1916, in Brooklyn, New York, John Herbert Gleason, later known to the world as Jackie, entered a world on the cusp of great change. The son of Herbert and May Gleason, Jackie's early life was marked by the hardships of poverty and the loss of his father at a tender age. His mother, a strong-willed and determined woman, worked tirelessly to provide for her family, often relying on the charity of neighbors and friends to make ends meet. The small, cramped apartment they called home was a testament to the struggles they faced, with makeshift furnishings and hand-me-down clothes, a constant reminder of their economic reality. Yet, amidst these difficulties, May Gleason's unwavering optimism and unshakable faith in her son's potential instilled in Jackie a sense of hope and determination that would stay with him throughout his life. This tumultuous start in life would later influence Jackie's comedic perspective, as he often wove tales of everyday struggle and resilience into his acts. His comedy was not just about laughter, it was about connection, connecting with the audience on a deep, human level. He understood that laughter could be a powerful balm for the hardships of life, and he made it his mission to bring joy and solace to those who needed it most. Growing up in the vibrant, working-class neighborhoods of Brooklyn, young Jackie was surrounded by the sights, sounds, and characters that would eventually populate his comedy universe. The streets of Bushwick, where he spent much of his childhood, were a kaleidoscope of ethnicities, cultures, and stories, each leaving an indelible mark on his impressionable mind. It was here, among the tenements and street vendors, that Jackie developed his keen observational skills, learning to find humor in the mundane and to craft compelling narratives from the everyday lives of those around him. He would often sit on the stoop of their apartment building, watching as the world went by, the peddlers hawking their wares, the children playing stickball in the street, and the mothers gossiping over coffee in the nearby cafe. These scenes, full of life and energy, would later become the fodder for his comedic genius. Jackie's introduction to the world of entertainment came at an early age, courtesy of his mother, who encouraged his participation in local theater groups and amateur nights. These formative experiences not only honed his performance skills, but also instilled in him a deep love for the craft of comedy and storytelling. He would often watch in awe as performers took to the stage, mesmerizing audiences with their talents. The vaudeville shows and silent films of the era further captivated his imagination, with performers like Charlie Chaplin and the Marx Brothers becoming early inspirations. Jackie's own brand of humor, characterized by its warmth, physicality, and poignant observation of human nature, began to take shape during these early years, influenced by both the hardships of his personal life and the vibrant cultural landscape of his Brooklyn upbringing. As Jackie navigated his teenage years, his passion for comedy and performance only intensified. He attended John Adams High School in Queens, where he was an active member of the drama club, often performing in school plays and talent shows. His teachers, recognizing his natural talent, encouraged him to pursue a career in entertainment. However, it was outside the traditional confines of education that Jackie's true apprenticeship in comedy began. He started performing in local theaters, nightclubs, and even on street corners, developing a unique stage presence that blended witty banter, impressive physical comedy, and a deep empathy for his audience. One particular anecdote from this period stands out: a performance at the legendary Lowe's Pitkin Theater in Brooklyn, where Jackie, then just 17, took to the stage as part of an amateur night showcase. His set, which included impressions of local characters and humorous observations about life in Brooklyn, brought the house down, earning him a standing ovation and a $10 prize. This early success was a defining moment for Jackie, solidifying his resolve to make a career out of comedy. The late 1920s and early 1930s, a time of great social and economic upheaval, played a significant role in shaping Jackie's worldview and comedic style. The Great Depression, with its widespread unemployment and poverty, had a profound impact on American society, fostering a sense of community and shared struggle that would later become a hallmark of Jackie's appeal. He witnessed families coming together to support one another, sharing what little they had, and finding ways to make do in the face of adversity. These scenes of resilience and solidarity deeply influenced his perspective on comedy as a powerful tool for healing and connection. As he honed his craft, Jackie began to develop a repertoire of characters that seemed to leap from the very streets he grew up on. There was the lovable but hapless everyman, the fast-talking street vendor, and the wise-cracking bartender, each one a testament to his remarkable ability to observe and capture the essence of the people around him. These characters would later become staples of his act, earning him accolades and admiration from audiences across the country. By the time Jackie was in his early 20s, he had already begun making a name for himself on the New York City comedy circuit. His unique blend of humor, pathos, and relatability resonated with audiences from all walks of life, and he found himself performing alongside some of the biggest names in entertainment. It was clear that this young man from Brooklyn, who had grown up amidst hardship and struggle, was destined for greatness, and his journey to stardom was only just beginning. As Jackie Gleason's career continued its meteoric rise in the early 1940s, he found himself increasingly in demand on the vibrant New York City comedy circuit. The city's nightlife pulsed with energy, and Gleason's unique blend of humor, pathos, and relatability resonated deeply with audiences from all walks of life. He became a regular performer at some of the city's most prestigious nightclubs, including the Copacabana, with its ornate decorations and sophisticated clientele, and the Paramount Theater, a grand Art Deco venue that hosted many of the era's top performers. It was during this period that Gleason began to develop his signature character, Ralph Cramden, a lovable but loud-mouthed Brooklyn bus driver who would become one of the most iconic figures in American comedy. The character's origins were deeply rooted in Gleason's own experiences growing up in Brooklyn, where he observed the colorful characters and nuances of working-class life. As he honed Ralph Cramden's persona, Gleason drew upon his own memories of riding the buses and subways, listening to the conversations and stories of everyday people. Gleason's relationship with his contemporaries, including comedians like Milton Berle and Sid Caesar, played a significant role in shaping his career. The two men often performed together, sharing bills at various nightclubs and theaters, and Gleason has often spoken about the influence they had on his comedic style. As he recalled, "Milton was like a big brother to me, always giving me advice and pushing me to be my best." This camaraderie and competitive spirit helped drive Gleason to new heights of creativity and innovation. As he sought to outdo his peers and establish himself as one of the leading comedians of his generation. One of the most significant events in Gleason's career during this period was his appearance on the popular radio show, The Jack Benny Program, in 1941. The experience was a pivotal moment for Gleason, who had long admired Benny's mastery of the medium and aspired to follow in his footsteps. As he took the stage, Gleason's nerves were palpable, but he quickly won over the audience with his charm and wit. His performance, which included a hilarious sketch featuring his Ralph Cramden character, earned him widespread acclaim and helped establish him as one of the leading comedians of his generation. As Benny himself noted, Jackie Gleason was a revelation. His energy, his charm, and his incredible comedic talent just blew me away. Gleason's success on radio soon led to opportunities in film, and he made his movie debut in 1941 with a small role in the comedy Navy Blues. Over the next few years, he appeared in a string of films, including Orchestra Wives and Tramp, 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 often playing lovable but hapless characters that showcased his unique brand of humor. As film critic Bosley Crowther noted at the time, Gleason has a wonderful gift for comedy. He can make you laugh with just a look or a gesture. Gleason's film work not only helped him reach a wider audience, but also allowed him to experiment with different characters and comedic styles, further refining his craft. In 1949, Gleason landed the role that would cement his status as one of America's most beloved comedians, the starring role in the television show The Honeymooners. The show, which was set in a Brooklyn tenement and followed the misadventures of Ralph Cramden and his wife Alice, was an instant hit, and Gleason's performance earned him widespread critical acclaim. As TV critic John Crosby noted, Gleason is a master of the medium. He has a wonderful sense of timing and a deep understanding of what makes people laugh. The show's success can be attributed in part to Gleason's ability to tap into the everyday struggles and aspirations of his audience, creating characters that were relatable, flawed, and ultimately lovable. Throughout the 1950s, Gleason continued to appear in films and on television, often reprising his Ralph Cramden character in various incarnations. He also began to explore other creative outlets, including music and writing, and released several successful albums featuring his own compositions. As he noted at the time, "I've always been a bit of a Renaissance man. I love trying new things and exploring different forms of expression." This versatility and willingness to take risks helped Gleason remain one of the most popular and influential comedians of his generation. As the 1960s dawned, Gleason found himself at the height of his powers, with a string of hit films and television shows to his credit. He continued to push the boundaries of comedy, experimenting with new characters and formats, and remained one of the most beloved and respected figures in American entertainment. With his unique blend of humor, pathos, and relatability, Gleason had become an icon, a true master of his craft, and his legacy would continue to inspire generations of comedians to come. As he looked out at the ever-changing landscape of American comedy, Gleason remained committed to his art, always seeking new ways to connect with his audience and make them laugh. His impact on the medium was undeniable, and his influence can be seen in countless comedians who followed in his footsteps. As the vibrant decade of the 1960s gave way to the eclectic 1970s, Jackie Gleason continued to work tirelessly, appearing in a string of films and television shows that showcased his incredible range and versatility. One of his most notable projects from this period was the highly anticipated 1976 film, The Honeymooners Reunion Special, which brought back the beloved characters from his classic sitcom for one final adventure. The special was a huge success, with audiences eagerly devouring every moment of Ralph Cramden's antics and Ed Norton's lovable naivety. It served as a fitting tribute to the enduring legacy of Gleason's most iconic creation, reminding fans why The Honeymooners had become an integral part of American pop culture. The reunion special was more than just a nostalgic trip down memory lane. It was also a testament to Gleason's dedication to his craft. He had spent years perfecting the characters and storylines, and his passion for the project was evident in every scene. As he worked alongside his longtime co-stars, Art Carney and Audrey Meadows, the chemistry between them was still palpable, making the special feel like a long-awaited family reunion. In the 1980s, Gleason began to slow down somewhat, but he still managed to find time for occasional acting projects and public appearances. One of his last major roles was in the 1986 film Nothing in Common, which starred Tom Hanks as a young advertising executive struggling to come to terms with his father's impending death. Gleason played the role of Max Basner, the father, bringing a depth and nuance to the character that earned him widespread critical acclaim. His performance was a masterclass in subtlety, conveying the complexity of a man facing mortality with a mix of humor, pathos, and vulnerability. As the years went by, Gleason's health began to decline, and he was eventually diagnosed with colon cancer. Despite his illness, he remained stoic and determined, continuing to work on projects that brought him joy. He passed away on June 24, 1987, at the age of 71, surrounded by his family and loved ones. The outpouring of tributes and condolences that followed his death was a testament to the profound impact he had had on the world of entertainment. Fans, colleagues, and friends alike remembered him as a kind and generous soul who had left an indelible mark on the industry. Gleason's legacy is still felt today, and his influence can be seen in countless comedians and actors who have followed in his footsteps. As the comedian and actor Billy Crystal once observed, Jackie Gleason was a true original, a master of his craft, and a constant source of inspiration to me and to so many others. His remarkable body of work continues to entertain and delight audiences around the world. From the classic sitcoms like The Honeymooners and The Jackie Gleason Show, to his iconic film roles in The Hustler and Smokey and the Bandit, his place in the pantheon of American comedy is secure, alongside legends like Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, and Lucille Ball. Despite his many accomplishments, however, Gleason remained humble and grounded throughout his life. He never forgot his roots, growing up in a working-class family in Brooklyn, and he always stayed true to his artistic vision. As he once said, "I've been fortunate enough to have had a long and successful career, but I've never lost sight of what's really important, making people laugh and bringing joy into their lives." This commitment to his craft, combined with his incredible talent and his irrepressible personality, has ensured that Jackie Gleason will always be remembered as one of the greatest comedians of all time. His contributions to comedy, film, and television are immeasurable, and his influence can still be felt today. He was a true pioneer, a trailblazer who paved the way for countless others to follow in his footsteps. Gleason's legacy extends beyond the world of entertainment, too. He was a devoted family man, and his love for his wife Marilyn and their children was evident in everything he did. He was also a loyal friend, always willing to lend a helping hand or offer words of encouragement to those around him. As his longtime friend and colleague, Art Carney, once said, "Jackie was more than just a talented performer. He was a kind and generous soul who made everyone around him feel like family." His commitment to his craft, his passion for making people laugh, and his dedication to his family and friends have left an enduring legacy that continues to inspire and entertain audiences around the world. And though he may be gone, his spirit lives on, a testament to the power of laughter and the enduring appeal of his incredible talent. That's all for today's Star Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.